Hello everyone, welcome here. Today, we're going to be working on upgrading the boat. I've already been gathering materials for a while now. We have a bunch of clue scrolls that have accumulated. Unfortunately, I don't feel like doing clue scrolls. And I've finished the keel for the new boat, which required a whole lot of adamant mining. And I went ahead and made the nails I need at the same time. But now, we need to set forth and do some wood cutting. Because I need a bunch of logs of the new trees. So, also I'm currently deathbanked, as this icon indicates, so we're not going to be doing anything dangerous, that's for sure. First things first, we need to go get my axe. If I can remember what the code is for that place. Is it? BKQ, there we go. Anyway. So, I have a dragon axe, which I rarely use because it's kind of a pain to go get, but if we're going to do a bunch of wood cutting, it is well worth grabbing. Also, I half the time forget that I have a dragon axe, so... Anyway, dragon axe acquired. Now, next up, we want to go to the new island, to CJQ, where apparently the trees we want to cut exist somewhere. Hopefully no enemies anywhere close. I think the island's safe. I know the area we're going to is safe, so we'll just have to be careful about wandering around. Okay. Those look like they might be camphor trees over there. Okay, I know there's some in the grove here. We're not going there. I think these are though... Those might be something else. Let's go see what these are. Yews. Okay, we don't care about you. You and Jatoba? Whatever the hell that is. It's not what we're looking for anyway. We're looking for camphor. Which I think is right over here. This looks like the picture I saw on the wiki. Yep, camphor tree, okay. So I need 10 hull parts. Each hull part is made from 5 planks. Which means I need 50 logs. Also, let me check some stuff here real quick. Okay, camphor logs can be used to make camphor planks, which cost 1,750 coins. Yeah. Okay, that's not that bad. I was trying to decide if I wanted to go get, I could go get something that'd make it cost half that much and take half as many logs. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so 50 minus 28, since we have the calculator open anyway. Oops. Go away. Okay, 50 minus 28 is 22. Alright. We don't have enough inventory space to get all in one trip. Even with the log basket. But that's fine. We need more than that anyway because we need some for the sail. Okay, so we got to get the camphor hull. And we need the camphor mask and canvas sail, which is 10 more camphor logs. So we need 60 logs total. Okay, what are these trees for? Okay. Their logs are used to make nothing. Okay. They're primarily used during a quest. That's nice. Suppose you can use them for fire making. Maybe they'll add a use for them later or something. After all, unless a resource is in the game. I'm only 80 wood cutting. I should work on getting that up. Well, I'll get it up easily enough when I start working on fletching, I guess. Yeah, this can be a bit of a pain in the butt. I only need 10 hull parts, so that'll help. I don't want to fill my inventory too full. I do need some empty space left so I can build the hull parts in that empty space. What are you? Acorn? Don't care. Somebody else can have that bird nest if they want it. I have no use for bird nests yet. I'm not sure why I have these butterflies marked. Well, actually, I do know why. Last time I was hunting. Here, can you hold still for just a second? There we go. Untag all. We don't need those tagged. Not right now, anyway. I think... well, we'll see. I'll probably get 30 or 35 logs to start. Hello, survey. And then we'll go make them into tree parts at tree parts. Ship parts at ref. Okay, so there's 30 logs. We'll get 35. That'll fit in our inventory nicely. And that means we need to make another trip to get another 25. I should have left it at 30, actually. Oh well. Because by getting a little more than this, it's going to make my inventory more complicated for later. Alright, let's empty the log basket so we can make as many planks as we can in the first trip. Then we run over here to the sawmill. We pay out entirely too much money. And then we teleport back with the crystal and run the other way and go out to the docks. So the last 10 logs do not need to be made into... Oh, this is going to cost more than I originally calculated because I was looking at the plank make price instead of the manual sawmill price. Oh well, it won't be that much more. I probably should have just went ahead and got the sawmill vouchers, but... And I should have teleported back here instead of walking. It would have been faster. Let's stop in at the POH and regenerate a run real quick. Okay. Thankfully, there is a shipbuilding thingy here. Technically, it'd probably be faster to use the Auburnvale sawmill and then teleport someplace else to make the parts. But I don't feel like doing that. Need a hammer and saw to use this workbench. Well, screw you too, game. Damn it. Alright. I'm going to drop 2 planks. I'm going to teleport back to the city. We're going to run to the POH and get a hammer and saw, and then we're going to run out there, and my plank should still be there unless somebody stops by and picks them up. It'll be 3 minutes till they despawned. It'll be 1 minute until everyone can see them, but... yeah. The chance that someone will pick up my 2 random planks is low anyway. Also, we'd have a faster time to get to the sawmill if we took the spirit tree from the POH instead of running over there. Nah, not that big of a deal, I don't think. Actually, it is kind of a big deal. Okay. Maybe I should do that in the future. Here's my planks. Still nice and safe. Okay, I would like to make hull parts. Camphor ones. Specifically. Okay, we have 3 out of the 10 we need. Let me think for a minute. It takes 5 hull parts. Or it takes 5 planks to make each hull part. So let's remove 3 items from our person. That way we won't accidentally make too many. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and take the spirit tree. I'd like to restore my run anyway. Restore run. Book it for the spirit tree. Go to pref. And then from there, we just click over at the sawmill. I should probably turn those alerts off for now. I don't feel like it. Alright. Now we crystal back. And we leave via the west gate to go make our stuff. And this should get us 2 more hull parts and then we'll be halfway there. I have 10 camphor logs left, which will be 2 more hull parts. after that. Okay, let me think for a second. I need 5 more hull parts right now. So that is 25 logs. So I need 35 logs. I have 10 on me right now. I'm tempted to only withdraw 5 logs. And that way I need to get 30, which will be a basket full plus 2. So let's do that. I'm 1 item short being able to do this. There's some place I can pick up a junk item. Yes, there is. Okay, drop those. Wear all this again. Okay. So I'm leaving 5 logs in the log basket just to make it a little bit easier on my future self. Okay. Now let's go make this into a hull part. And then we need 4 more hull parts. Plus another 10 for the mast. Let's make sure I haven't screwed up my math anywhere. Oops, I don't want to make repair kits, I want to make hull parts. There we go. Camphor. Okay. We need 4 more hull parts. Which is 20. Plus another 10 for the mast, which is 30. Which will come to a total of 28 plus 2. Log basket holds 28. Yeah. And the ones in the log basket are not currently being taken into account in any calculations, so we're good. We just need to go cut trees until we get 2 in our inventory. Oh, okay, wait. I want to restore my run first. Okay, and what was the... I wish I could set this stupid travel log to sort by last visited instead of whatever the demented system it uses is. Anyway, this is where we want to go, so conveniently it's located right there, right in front of me. After scrolling down the list a random amount. That's nice to see. Okay. So after we finish making the hull parts, we need to go mine a little bit of lead, I believe. We have the nails. We need to go get swamp tar. We can pick that up easily enough in Lumbridge. And we need 5 lead bars, which is easy enough to make. And then we'll go upgrade the hull. And then we need to make the sails, for which we need 5 bolts of canvas, which we need to stop at the farming guild and pick that up. And we have the logs on us. Okay. Yeah, I've got everything I need. Or I will have everything I need. Junk. Wow, nests have fallen a lot. For some reason I thought they were like 8,000 not too long ago. Yeah. Wham, their price really went off a cliff, didn't it? Okay, whatever. Doesn't affect any of my accounts that I care about anyway. It's so nice not to have to worry about what things are worth on GE all the time. Every time an update comes out, all the mains are like, oh, my bank value is going down. Okay. And your point is? I like to say playing a main is playing as playing gold farmer mode. And it's not that wrong, really. The way most mains play. It's like, what is the most GP per hour? Okay, we'll do that thing. And then once you have money, you use it to buy things that you could have just been farming instead. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Got our logs. Okay, now. Back to Pref. We have exactly enough inventory space to make 2 hull parts. The next trip after this is going to suck because we're going to have to make 2 trips to make 1 hull part at a time. Unless I drop hull parts on the ground and then come back and pick them up later, which I am not going to do. Because I like my hull parts and I want to keep them. And while it's unlikely someone else would pick them up, or that I wouldn't get back in time when they despawned, that's just not how I'm going to roll. I could drop my saw and hammer there. We might do that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll make these 2 haul parts, then we'll drop my saw and hammer. We'll unload logs, we'll go cut those logs, come back. The saw and hammer should still be there. Extremely unlikely anyone else would have picked them up. If they aren't, then we can just leave a couple planks. It's just much less of an issue. Make haul parts. Camphor haul parts. Make 2. Drop saw, drop hammer. Empty log basket. If we check the log basket, now contains 10 camphor logs, exactly like it should. We should have teleported back and took the house portal that way. Be a little shorter of a run. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's not that much time difference. And we're going to restore a run in here anyway, so it doesn't matter if we waste it. Speaking of which, let's restore a run. Then we take the spirit tree. 2 pref. And then we run over to the sawmill. And we get the last of our logs made into planks. Or the last of the logs that are going to be made into planks anyway. Okay. Back out the gate. Drop 2 planks, pick up our hammer saw, make a camphor haul part, pick up the last 2 planks, make the last camphor haul part. Then we'll go mine lead. Okay, indeed the hammer and saw are still there, as expected. Okay. Last camphor haul part. Hell yeah. Okay, we can drop the hammer and saw. We won't be needing those again. Now, we take the rat pits teleport to Port Sarum, and we catch the boat from there to, what do you call it? The Pandemonium. So the Pandemonium, we'll mine lead ore and superheat it into lead. Do we have 5 lead bars? And then we will go to Lumbridge Swamp and we'll pick up the swamp tar we need. It is swamp tar, right? Yes. Okay, we'll pick up the swamp tar we need. And then it's off to Civitas Fortis, where I have my boat part, to upgrade the hull. Okay. I still have my mining gloves on, so this will be very fast. Alright, lovely. We have our materials. Now, off to Civitas Fortis. And then, next up we need to go to the Farming Guild to pick up our... Oh, restore run, restore run. Okay. Then we need to go to the Farming Guild and grab out our hemp fiber. which we'll be taking to Fossil Island to spin and then weave into flax. Not flax. Why'd I even say flax? Flax is made into linen. Into canvas. I planted one plot. Oh wait, we don't actually want to go to the boat. We want to go over here. You, customized boat. The unsinkable axe. Which has proven its name is poorly chosen multiple times already. Okay. Camphor Hall. What am I missing? Oh, damn, I forgot to get my swamp tar. Okay, well that's easy enough to do. There's plenty of swamp tar out here in the swamp. It'll take a little bit to pick it up, but not that big of a deal. Anyway. I'm really glad I'm death banked for this because there's no way I would have made the inventory work. I would have had to have done these clues at a minimum. And probably a whole lot more. I would have had to completely fill my looting bag. I would have had to death pile anyway, because I need stuff out of the looting bag for this, or I'm going to need stuff out of the looting bag for this. Because I had the hemp in my looting bag. I should have restored my run before I came out here. Oh well. This is probably the slowest way to get swamp tar, but also there's not a really good way to get lots of it on demand. Apparently you can search barrels in the bottom of bottom of the ship that can take you to the Moon Clan Isle and find tar there. Faster than doing this, but also this is much more, it's quicker for a small amount. Aside from that, I think some raids drop vast quantities of swamp tar if you're lucky. Or unlucky, depending how you look at it. Alright, now we go back to Civitas. Turn 117 HD back on. I had it off because it lags rather badly when sailing in certain areas, namely around the second Barracuda Trials course. Anyway. But now that I'm not doing that course anymore, there's no reason to have everything look like ass. Customize boat, unsinkable axe. Modify boat schematic. Camphor Hall. The next level up requires rune nails and 300 of them, which means I'm probably never going to get an ironwood haul. Well, okay, not true, but getting rune nails will either require me to get 89 smithing, which is quite high, or it would require me to do a whole load of Fremenic salvaging, which requires 80 sailing. Or it would require me to kill a certain monster in Tarn's Lair, I believe. And get like 100, I think it's like a 1 in 25 or something like that drop. Get that 100 times. Yeah. Getting the smithing level is much more realistic, but also not going to happen anytime soon. Not to mention these bars, which I'm not even sure what level you need for these bars. 74. Okay, so I could actually make those bars now. You'd probably boost to make the nails. It would be a colossal pain in the ass, though. Anyway, camphor hall. Lovely. Now, next thing's next. Let's not get the logs out of the basket yet. Instead, I should just click that. We need to go to the farming guild and we need to get out my hemp. Because it's still in the death bank at Hespori. Once I finish all this, I should probably murder Hespori too. Okay, where's my hemp? There it is. I don't think there's any reason to get any of this or anything else out yet. We'll be back to get all this out shortly though. Alright. Now we go to Fossil Island. Because Fossil Island is, as far as I know, the only place that has a spinning wheel and a loom right beside each other. And it is conveniently close to a teleport. Need to go to the dig site. Because the Fossil Island teleport takes you to a location on Fossil Island that's hard to get to. The part of Fossil Island I need to get to from somewhat inconveniently. Alright, we will unnote the hemp here at the bank chest, aka unnoting station. Alright, we have 4 more hemp than we need, so we're probably just going to drop it. Well, I'm going to make it into cloth and then we'll drop that. But anyway. So first we take the hemp and we spin it into hemp yarn. And then we take the hemp yarn and we make it into bolts of canvas. We only need 5 of them. We'll keep those for now. We'll dump them later. We'll empty the log basket. Okay, we've got the nails, we've got the logs, we've got the canvas. I think that's everything. Let's go to Civitas. And we will make our new sails and mast. The only reason I'm bothering to make these sails and mast is because I have this hemp. I had that hemp left over from the previous mast I made. And this is the highest level sails and mast that still use canvas. So I might as well use them. It's not like I'm going to do anything else with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother upgrading my sails right now. I'd wait until a higher level and make cotton sails. Which I'm not sure why they view cotton sails as an upgrade over hemp fiber sails. I'm pretty sure hemp fiber makes stronger heavy-duty cloth. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Sails. Camphor mast and canvas sails. Boom. Alright, shiny new hull, shiny new sails. I already installed the shiny new keel a little while ago. The only thing that really needs to be upgraded yet is the helm. However, I can't upgrade the helm until a higher level. What level is it actually? $72 for the adamant helm. So I need 4 more levels, which we'll get sooner or later. Alright, so I don't need these canvas. We'll just dump them here. Maybe somebody will see them and want them. Log basket's empty. We'll go ahead and close it. Okay. Now, to run around and put things away. So first things first, we're going to put the log basket and the dragon axe away. Log basket first. Oh, and also don't forget the mining gloves. That goes over here as well. Okay, log basket gets stored in there. Mining gloves get stored in here. Okay. It's BKQ. Yep. Okay, good. Remembered. Okay, the axe goes back in its little storage. This stash is the best because it just holds the axe and nothing else. It's amazing. There's a similar way of storing a pickaxe, but I don't have access to it yet. It's a raid for a storage. It's a storage specifically to be used in a raid, but it can be accessed without actually having to enter the raid. Anyway. I need to do a quest, which I actually have the requirements to do the quest, but I don't want to do it because it sucks. Alright, next up. Ferox Enclave to get a looting bag? I think so. I think I still have 3 looting bags left there. I'm going to have to do more LMS soon. That or I'll have to start, well, I'm planning to start Slayer soon, so maybe I'll just spend Slayer points instead. I don't know if I have any Slayer points currently, but I will shortly. That'd be a lot more fun than doing LMS, that's for sure. Less convenient, but you can't have everything, I guess. Alright, Justine. Give me a looting bag. I hate having to buy looting bags from Justine here. I'd rather just go north a little bit and get them from the Graveyard of Shadows, but I am not going to risk my everything on the off chance that someone will leave a dude with no gear alone in the wilderness. That is not happening. Okay. Back to the farming guild to get our stuff. So once we have all our stuff repackaged, then we're going to go and do some sea charting, I think, because I have access to a new area. Unfortunately, a singular new area, but oh well. Alright, farming guild. In 4 more levels, I'll have access to a second area. And thankfully it'll require a lot less boat upgrading to get there. Technically I didn't have to upgrade my hull, but I want to anyway because it makes the boat faster. And making the boat faster is pretty useful actually. Okay. Kind of tempted to leave these ruby bolt tips out, because I'm actually high enough level now that I can make the ruby bolts. No, I'll do that later. It's not that big of a deal, death pile to get them out. Besides, I can make all 2,000 whatever bolts. Just make a big stack of unfinished bolts and then death pile, get the feathers and the ruby bolt tips out. Make the bolts when I actually need the bolts and not now when I don't need them. Okay. But the reason I was thinking about it is because I have a bolt pouch in here. Wait, why does my myth grapple out of the bolt pouch? Damn it. Oh well. Maybe I should leave them out. The feathers and the bolt tips. Okay, let's do some rearranging here. Alright, we'll leave the feathers and the bolt tips out for now. Because I am going to get that bolt pouch back out of there. I was going to let it despawn, but I made an error. Namely, I didn't put the myth grapple away properly. Because if you let the bolt pouch despawn when it has stuff inside of it, it'll keep that stuff when you buy a future bolt pouch. And so I was going to keep a couple of myth grapples that way. Alright. I'll just do it later via death piling though. Ferox Enclave. No, not Farming Guild. Ferox Enclave. There we go. It almost isn't worth keeping these lizardman fangs, but someday I will want them. And until I actually need the looting bag space, it doesn't hurt anything to keep them around. And right now, I do not actually need the looting bag space. If I did, I would dispose of them, I guess. They'd probably be the first thing to go. The Gothic's Rest would probably be the second thing to go. Damn it, I just put my frickin' bolt tips away that I said I was going to keep out. Okay, screw this. We're putting the feathers away and we'll get them back out later if I need them. Alright, damn it. All that thinking about whether I want to keep them out or not, and then I go away and put them in by accident. Oh well, I'll just death pile later and get them out. Maybe. For now, where's that? Oh, I think I know where that is. Yeah, okay. I think this is the place from Between a Rock, that quest. Farming Guild. Let's go get the last of our stuff out of the death bank. I will be getting everything out. There. Someday these mithril bolts will be ditched and replaced with adamant bolt E's, or ruby bolt E's. But for now, that is not the case. Next time I death pile, I'm going to leave that despawn. Let's go ahead and fix my inventory. Alright. Speaking of things I'm going to have to get rid of eventually, this Sailor's Amulet's going to have to go eventually. Which is kind of sad because it's cool, but... Alright. Off to the POH. And then we go to Ferox, we put the last of this stuff away, and then we go back to Civitas, and we'll set sail. And we'll chart another region. Okay. Ferox. And then back to Civitas, or back to the POH by way of Prif, and then to Civitas. For stuff. Sea charting. It's always nice to no longer be death banked. It's always so, I don't know. Makes me nervous when all my stuff is in some place where it can just be instantly deleted if I screw up. Particularly because some of that stuff would be very annoying to get back. It's not really all my stuff, but a major portion of the most valuable of my stuff. So the boat should be notably faster than it used to be, which is pretty nice. And now with our shiny new adamant keel, we should be able to sail straight into the waters around Pref. Not like that pleb over there who has a mithril keel. Faster? It is faster. I can tell already that it's faster. I skipped a whole tier of haul. I went straight from, what do you want to call it? Straight from teak to camphor, skipping mahogany. There's a new little sea charting helper here. Yay, we can sail in here without getting shreked. Oh. That's right. I need to reset my sail modifier. I have it set so when I shift click the sails, it turns into unset. So I can left click to set sail, shift click to unset sail. Hopefully someday there'll be a plugin that makes this a little less unpleasant. Let's get out my charting gear. Let's release the damn duck. I do hate that stupid duck. And then we follow the duck around until we till the little bastard stops. Which might happen someday, we'll see. So those little wind burst random events that appear some places, they we're gonna call it. They allow you to trim your sails in multiple times in rapid succession, which if you didn't have your wind motes all charged up, it would conveniently allow you to do that. So I suppose that's cool. Not sure why that marker appears right below the ground, but anyway. We have recovered the damn duck. Go ahead and do the spyglass charting while we're right beside it. Alright. Now, I believe there is a meteorologist over here somewhere. Oh, come on, seriously? Okay, let's chart. I'm not sure why there's a thing right beside. Okay, whatever. Not sure why there's two charting spots right side by side there, but guess we'll take it. There we go, finally. I hate these damn trolls. Alright, over there is where we need to go to use the device. Let's go ahead and deal with that. I'm going to close that quest helper out for now. I think we already did that duck, didn't we? Or did we do a different duck? Anyway. Oh, fun. Of course. Let's get the hell out of here before we get eaten by armored krakens. Anyway, with Quest Helper on, we had a couple different plugins fighting to help us do charting. The sailing plugin was helping to solve the meteorologist. Which we have now done. Okay. I already picked that damn duck up, so it's just being weird about that. Alright, sea charting helper once again. Find sealed crate off the northern coast. The western coast of Isenfar. And sample the contents. Watch for crystal flecked waters. I will need to check to see what this drink does before I use it, because I'm not a complete idiot. Crystal clear water is the name of the drink. It probably doesn't do anything too exciting. 6 minutes of poison immunity. Does not cure disease. Okay, sure, why not? Alright. Talk to the meteorologist to our south. Or we could talk to this lady here, because it's along our way. Raw ingredients to make 2 kegs of Axeman's Folly. Don't worry about water. Okay. Two Calquat keg. One ale yeast. One oak root. And 2 barley malt. Okay. Now, the last idiot we need to talk to is right down here. And when I say idiot in this case, I mean it quite literally, because it's a troll. Okay, we need to go down there. Which quest helper actually tells us where to go as well. That's nice. Let's see if the quest helper location will work. Nope. There we go. Alright. Back to talk to the troll. That place in there performs rather badly. Especially with 117 HD, but even without it, it performs rather badly. And not just on RuneLite either, it performs terribly on the official client, apparently. Okay. Find deadly trap west of the Isleworth camp. Deadly trap west of the Isleworth camp. Okay. So all these rapids that just appeared here, they're here because I did the charting for the area, basically. Elven River Mine, huh? Okay. Mine appears to be deactivated. Probably best not to sail upriver, though. It looks like it might have come from there. Examine it as if Tyrion Wind didn't have enough traps. Okay. Let's dump the duck. It looks like it's heading due north, more or less. Well, I'm going to take the opportunity to hit the spyglass spot along the way. Welcome to Prif. Although from the outside it looks like there's nothing there, due to the defenses. At least that's the lore reason given for it. Alright, let's go grab our duck. then sealed crate. Somewhere around here. First of all, let's hit up the mermaid. All right. That's taken care of. Now, there's another meteorologist over here somewhere. And there's the sealed crate they want us to do. Okay. Now, where are we going? Out into the ocean, okay. About that way, it looks like. Now, with the new faster ship, it should be much easier to try to get the time on the third trial. Or the third iteration of the second trial. There we go. Okay. Get away from me, you damn shark bastard. Alright, we go turn this in. I really like the music for sailing. Most of the new tracks are really good. At least the one that's not just Sea Shanty 2 nostalgia bait. Sea Shanty 2 is okay in very small doses. We didn't need a remix for sailing, thank you. Like, it's an extremely memorable song, and it's not bad. Delicate Elven Wine. What horrible thing is this going to do to me? Teleports the player to Islanfar, their current boat to Port Tyrus. Okay, let's not drink that until later then. Let's do the other charting first. It's not letting me mark off. Usually you can mark off a section. This time it's not. Interesting. Oh well. Here's the main body of the third course. Apparently this course is kind of interesting in that you are doing the middle of it, the main body of it, and then you keep getting teleported out and you travel from area to area there. Okay, chart crystal dinghy. You're surprised this boat floats at all, let alone as gracefully as it does. If you examine it, dinghy goes ding. Okay, Jagex. Here's another duck. Everyone hates the duck. thankfully, via the magic of plugins, we don't actually have to chase the duck. We could just let it go wherever it feels like and catch up with it later. However, I will not be doing that. We will chase it properly. Okay. Where'd the damn duck go? The damn duck is actually going back to that island. Okay. So yeah, if you run into these white explosions or whatever you want to call them, it will put crystals on your helm that will do damage to you. No, I didn't mean to go through there. Damn it. If I go back through there, will I end up back where I came from? Yes, yes I will. Okay, good deal. What the hell? I didn't go through any kind of freaking teleport. Alright, where the hell am I? Way south of where I'm at. Okay, well let's just sail back up north, I guess. I don't feel like trying to figure out which teleport portal will take me back there. Oh, that's interesting. Like, I knew those crystals regenerated your wind motes. I didn't realize they gave you a little speed boost at the same time. Okay, well that's cool to know, I guess. Poor guy blundered into the ocean here. Doesn't get out of it quickly, he's gonna sink. Okay, where do I actually want to go? I do want to go down this side here. I already have that drink. We're just not drinking it yet. That guy's trying to sail down here with a sloop. I don't think he'll be able to. Sucks to be him, I guess. Sloops are not worth getting for a good long while, in my opinion. Particularly not for an Ultimate Iron Man. Other accounts, maybe. UIM, definitely not. Although we might finally get our cargo hold situation fixed. Currently, UIM cargo hold is like a tenth or less of the size of everyone else's. Mostly or less. Just figured out another nasty magnify combo. Explosive enemies plus slugger plus magnify. Yeah. Bottle of underground pasteurized milk. Dinking it deals major damage to the player. Likely 2/3 of total HP. Examine text references Calrag, the giant spider in the underground pass. Okay. What is examine text? Due to lack of cows, this milk was obtained from Calrag. Okay. Yeah, I'm at full health. I'll be fine. Ow. Alright. We have a mermaid and a meteorologist to do yet. Northwest of Eagle's Peak. Over here then. Okay. We should be able to sail around the outside of that mess. I think. Let's avoid the spiky bits, because I'd rather not have to go to Civitas and pick up a death pile. Yeah, after drinking the milk, you fail an unseen skill check. Yeah, I see what you guys are referencing, Jagex, and I don't appreciate it. The underground pass is... Oh, okay, the underground pass isn't that bad. It is pretty bad, though. Alright, the answer to this is... Thatch spar dense. Good. It's so much easier to just look over here and find out what the answers are rather than have to look them up. Most of these puzzles are actually insanely difficult. And I have zero interest in this kind of puzzle in the first place, so... Definitely does not incline me toward trying to figure them out. Can I sail up this way? Quite possibly not. It's kind of narrow. Yep, no. Guess we'll have to back out then. And we'll have to sail up around there somewhere to get up there. I have to be careful though, because I don't want to take a ton of damage. My health's so low. Okay, the one problem with a faster boat, it gets you into trouble faster. As everyone knows, the first rule of close approach navigation is that there is no such thing as too slow. Damn, I don't want to go in here. Well, back up. We want to continue around up through here. Okay, we'll run up at half speed because I want to avoid these things if at all possible. I will be bringing food when I come do this on later. Trying for actual good times and such like. But for right now, I don't have any of that. Okay, I think I need to get over there, so we need to... I don't know if I can sail through there. But I need to go check, because I think that's where I need to go. Let's kick the speed up a bit. Alright, now let's find out if we can sail through here. Surprisingly, we can. Okay. We took a little bit of damage from helm crystals, but that was easy enough to fix. Talk to the troll. Oh, we're got to sail back in here, aren't we? Okay, where do we need to go deal with this? Way the hell up there. Man, whoever designed this shit really, really hated their players. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. No, maybe I was going the right way. Okay, looks like we need to be inside the wall, which means we need to go outside over to here and then up through here. Man, this place sucks. Okay. Yeah, we were going the right way after all. Why in the hell did I tell... Okay. I wasn't anywhere close to any of the teleport entrances. Game, what are you doing? And now we're way down south. Oh well. Oop, don't run into the Kraken. Kraken bad. Kraken bad. Now, where do I want to re-enter the course at? Looks like we want to sail up around there like we're going to Drumstick Isle. Okay. I'm getting 64 sailing XP every time I trim my sails. Which is not terrible. It's not significant either, but... higher tiers of sail give you more XP for trimming them. Basically how that works out. Previous tier was giving me like 20 or something. The 64 is a pretty decent upgrade. And while it's not much XP, it does add up over time. Okay, we want to go in here. And then hook an immediate turn to follow the wall. Okay. Now, Let's exit here. I'm going to go up and chart that box of outfits because I just noticed it. Actually, I think I charted that already. Yeah, I remember charting that already. That's the one where you have to... for some reason it thinks its level is appropriate to be done before you can sail into the crystal flecked waters. And I actually charted it with a raft by just lining up and charging in. And then spam clicking it so that I charted it as the raft sank. So you can chart it, but you don't lose your boat when you sink. You just have to pay them cash to get it back, which a raft is pretty cheap to do that with. And besides, I was done doing everything I need to do with a raft in that area, so not a big deal. Alright, now we need to go through here. Preferably without getting too stabbed. We might not need to bring any real amount of food along when I do that. We'll see what the actual course is like when... like how often you hit them damn things when you're doing the course. Okay. Another sea fully charted. There are 70 seas to chart in total. And at this point, I've charted most of them. The only ones that I have left are 2 more in this area. Of which one of them is... oh, damn it, don't run into things. Ah, screw it, let's find out where this yellow one goes. Out here, apparently. Okay. Sure, why not? Alright. Southwest of Kraken Cove. Where in the hell is Kraken Cove? Over there. Okay. Roger that. We'll just sail around the outside of this mess until we get there. Release a wind mote. Sail over that crystal and get another one. So tomorrow should be the next patch to the game, because they generally patch every Wednesday. So I'm curious what changes are going to be made. There's rumors that certain things are going to be nerfed, which is not too surprising. The, oh, what is it called again? It generates wind motes 1 every minute, spontaneously. You have to click on it to claim them, though, and for some weird reason they made it give you 600 XP every time you click on it. Which is a lot of XP. It's like 3,600 XP per hour, or 36,000, which is Not half bad. By itself, it's better than some other skills, semi-AFK methods. Okay, I believe I've charted everything I can chart in this area. Except this drink. So I'm going to go ahead and unset sail. And where is... and close these up. Don't need that open anymore. Here we go. Sailing map. Okay. We can check the map and see if there are any white spots here. And there is one. It is for that drink. All right. Let's turn off the completes for all the sea charting. We don't see them anymore. And then let's turn off everything else. So we see just the incomplete charting stuff, and it looks like indeed there is just one left. There's a bunch up north, but that requires like 80 something sailing. And there's a few down south that require, I think I might have the sailing level already. No, I'm 4 levels off, that's right. Yeah, that's right. For some reason I was thinking smithing level instead of sailing level, but no, I have the smithing level for this. I just need the sailing level. Anyway, 72 or something like that I need. Or 60. What's my current level? Yeah, 72 is what you need to go down there. Alright, so that means, let's just check my teak cargo hold here, make sure there's nothing in there that I want. There is. Draw those repair kits so I don't lose them. And let's drink it. You wake up somewhere strange. Alright, well this isn't too hard to get back from. Turn bite fully charted. And that might be an ocean fully charted too. Western Ocean fully charted, yep. So that's possibly a good amount of cash. Or XP, I mean. Let's view the captain's log here. 20,000 XP waiting for us to claim, at least. Let's go back and talk to Captain What's-His-Face on the Pandemonium. Or Charton Charles, I mean. After we pick up our boat. I'm going to grab our boat from the dock here and we'll sail probably to Civitas because it's... Well, actually no, we can dock at Prif now. Yeah, I can just go dock at Prif. Why don't I do that? It's just north of here. Alright, for some reason our sails aren't showing up, so I guess we have the first motorboat in Gielinor. Okay. Oh, damn it. They came back. I was gonna grab a screenshot of it. Guess not, though. I don't think any of these rapids will be terribly useful for the sailing course, but yeah, you never know. Alright, welcome to the Prif docks. Sailing level 70, disembark here. Damn it, I thought it was unlocked before that. Okay, I guess we're not going to Prif then. Rip. Guess it makes sense. Everything else involving Prif needs level 70. Oh, let's put my repair kits back away before I forgot. And let's also get rid of our charting gear. Alright, now let's sail the Civitas. Let's avoid the hammerheads. There's no reason to go offend them. Yeah, there's a halibut shoal. At some point I want to get a fishing boat, but not as long as the current cargo hold size exists. Fishing isn't really something terribly useful for UIMs to do at the best of times. Like, I kind of want to, just because I think it would be interesting. And it would be a different way to get food. Like, there's lots of ways UIMs can get food. That's not a problem. For one thing, noted sharks are fine. I had high hopes that it would be a good way of leveling fishing, but the XP is absolute dog shit. So that's probably not going to happen. Unless they buff the XP a lot. Because what I wanted to do, assuming the XP rates were decent, was do fishing trawling for fishing training, and then cook the fish, because you can build a stove on your ship. Cook the fish right there on the ship, and level my cooking at the same time. Because normally that's how you would go about training fishing. You'd fish something, you'd bank it, and then later you'd cook it. And that's kind of how most Iron Men get their cooking levels too. And I don't like the alternative methods of raising cooking. They suck. But for a UIM, obviously you can't just bank the fish. So you need to cook them immediately, which you can totally do, I suppose. Or you just drop them. Okay, so let's get our XP out of this idiot. $3,500 XP. I must have had another ocean's worth of XP waiting that I didn't pick up earlier. Sailing level 69. Nice. Can now dock your boat at Rainbow's End and build an adamant cannon. Well, I can't dock at Rainbow's End because I can't build the boat that can go there in the first place. Jagex, what are you doing? Oh well. There's some really weird level requirements. There's places that have level requirements that you can't get to until you have a higher level. Because you can't build the parts for the boat to go there. And then there are places the other way around. Which makes a certain amount of sense sometimes, I guess. Alright, so if you set completion to incomplete only, and our level requirement to requirement met, it says we're done charting. Actually, wait. 305 out of 358 charts completed. So we have another 50-something charts to do. Alright, for now though. Clues. As much as I hate them, we need to get them done. Alright. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and close out the quest helper for charting. Okay, Lumbridge. Let's get out of here before I have to listen to any more of that. Alright. And we need to go do a Reldo clue next. Woo! Everybody's favorite. Alright, let's go get a shovel out of the POH and then we will teleport to Varrock. Which one of you has a spade? It's you, that's right. Spade acquired. And then off to Varrock. Then Varrock Castle, we have to talk to Reldo, who'll give us a strange device. And we can then use that to complete this type of clue in the future. Until I drop it for space again after we finish these beginner clues. Alright, read clue again. Use the device. Northeast of Valkyrid Mine, okay. Okay. Go to Mirror's Arena. And run north up to here. Sometimes I kind of miss the Ring of Elements. Because that would teleport you like right in here somewhere, I think. And then it was just a short jog up here to do this clue step. And also the clue step right there at the entrance of the mine. Oh well. I spent a lot of time and effort getting the Ring of the Elements and then just ended up ditching it later. Because it had served its purpose. Alright, now, we'll keep these chaps for now because there's a beginner clue scroll step that needs them. Speaking of which... Alright. It's a slightly better teleport to go to the Champions Guild, I believe, to get to this idiot, than instead of to teleport into Varrock. It's certainly not much different. Also, let's restore our run first. I really need to get into the habit of clicking that pool every single time I go into the POH. Just keep my run up. Champions Guild. It's probably about the same distance as far teleport to Varrock as this Champions Guild. If it has a savings, it's a very small one. Alright, what do you need? You need a cooked pike. Bastard. Alright, we gotta go to Canifus. really hate that slime. I think I hate Charlie the Tramp slightly less than I hate the Intrana monks, though. If I could arrange for the total destruction of a location in a quest, it'd be Intrana. The monks would be invaded and subjugated by a dragon or something. And then you wouldn't be allowed to visit there unless you were wearing armor and had weapons. Okay, where are we going? Back to Varrock. This time we will take the teleport to Varrock. Because we're going to go cook this fish at the Blue Moon Inn. Technically, it probably still would be faster to teleport to Champions Guild, but oh well. It might technically be faster to have cooked it in the POH. I'm not actually sure. It wouldn't be much faster though. So I don't care. Alright, Charlie, give me a casket. Damn it. Ugh. And followed immediately by Reldo Clue. Okay. Patch of mushrooms just northwest of Draenor Manor. Thankfully, we have a Draenor portal in the POH. For this exact reason. Draenor Manor portal. Hit up the pool first, though. Someday I'll have the nice pool that heals you and gets rid of your poison too. But that day could be a long ways off. I think I need like 80 something herb lore. Alright, back to Varrock. I'm really glad my boat's upgraded. I only have 2 more upgrades I have to do to it. And neither of them is incredibly inventory intensive. Oh, duplicate sandwich lady hat. Definitely didn't need that. West of the Champions Guild. Okay, it's a short jog south. Thing's basically worthless on the G event. Okay, the Lumbridge Castle Cook. Off to Lumbridge. There is that new quest. I should look into what kind of gear I need for that. Well, I need heavier gear for one thing. So I'm gonna have to start looking for, well, heavier stuff. Granite body might be useful. Worst case, I can make myself a gold helm. That would get me like 30 kilos of weight right there. Gold helm might be enough just by itself, actually, with my existing gear. Yeah, I think it actually would be. Between the D'hide, gold helm's easy to make. I think you need 40 weight to not get blasted around by the bastard. So we'll make a gold helm that would offset that pretty easily. I think that's 30. The gold helm is just 3 gold bars on anvil. Ugh. So easy game. And we got total trash. Completely unusable junk. Okay, it's medium scroll. Just inside the farming guild. Lovely. I don't remember how many steps max a medium clue has. I can never remember how many steps any clue has except beginners and easies. I should check on the wiki to see if there's any kind of pattern or something. Farming guild. Because beginners are 1 to 3 steps, and I think easies are 2 to 4. Okay. Need to go to Mortimer Swamp. Via Canifus and talk to this idiot. Hey idiot, how you doing? Inside Finkenstrain's castle. Nice. Got the casket ready. Swordfish, don't care. Law runes are useful. Earth runes, don't care. Alright, sure, why not? The swordfish I think are cooked already, so we might as well just keep those, eat them. Law runes can go into the bag. Alright, we've got a bit of food that I don't need for anything. Right now, anyway. Now for the elite clue, which I don't want to do, but oh well. Necropolis Mine. Where the hell is this? Well, it doesn't look like it's in the wilderness, so that's good. Oh, there. Okay, well we can't do that right off the bat. This would require me to do Beneath Cursed Sands. And I do not want to do Beneath Cursed Sands right now. I could do it, I think. Yeah, I have the level requirements for Beneath Cursed Sands, which they're not particularly high level requirements, let's be honest. But Head Menaphite Guard without protection prayers, he's easy. 2 Scabrite Mages, I don't remember them being hard. Champion of Scabrous, absolute bastard. And I don't really have the gear ready to go murder him. I mean, actually I might. I'd want to death pile and take a bunch of food and Crystal Bow would probably handle him. And then this Menaphite is a boss fight with a bunch of mechanics I don't know because I've never done it before. It's not a terribly long quest, but there are 2 fairly hard boss fights in it. Or, you know, fairly hard by my standards. It does get you some nice rewards. But we're not doing that right now. And I don't feel like dragging this clue around everywhere with me either. It's just an elite clue, so nobody gives a shit. So, poof. Goodbye, elite clue. Actually, I should probably take that to Watson. I don't care. Alright, so we're done with clues for the day. Drop this shit. Let's go drop the Sandwich Lady hat at the G. I'm sure there'll be somebody at the G who wants it. And if there isn't, mains hang out there. So one of them will end up grabbing it anyway. Alright. Now. Kind of surprised they have a sea charting helper already, but they don't have helpers for the new quests. Troubled Turktugans. Alright. If I show all... Yeah, no. They don't. I don't meet requests for any other diaries or anything, do I? Nope. I pretty much just have annoying quests left. I've finished every single one that's either easy or at all relevant to anything. Family Pest is a mini quest that's really easy, I guess. I should do that probably. But everything else is either full of boss fights or I just don't feel like doing it for one reason or another. Dragon Bone Man 2 just vaguely sucks. Path of Gluffery, there wasn't that much combat in it. But also like, meh. I should actually probably do it while I have my mithril grapples on me. There's really very little combat in it. Just a couple of warped terrorbirds and some evil creatures. Earmuffs or a Slayer helmet's no big deal. 30,000 strength, 20,000 Slayer, 5k thieving, 5k magic, access to Poison Waste Dungeon, new spirit tree destination. Item requirements are low. I should do this. I just haven't for some reason. I guess that's about the bad last quest that isn't a pain in the butt. Night at the theater would be fairly easy if I can get a couple guys to help. There was a, I don't know, I guess you could call it clan event a while ago to boost a bunch of people through, because a bunch of different people had accounts that needed to do Night at Theater, and I chose to do it on the GIM, which I probably should have did it on the UIM, but oh well. Now I need to do it on the UIM at some point. The GIM was a little more situated and ready for combat at the time, I guess, which is why I did it that way. It would be a bit of a pain in the butt to get ready to go do even entry tub. Not that hard, just yeah. If I go back and do it again, I'd probably see if I could get Cream to help me. And he's got a, I don't think it's actually maxed, but he's got a main that's pretty beefy. Good gear and stuff like that. Get through that pretty quick. But I don't think a Night at Theater actually gets me anything I care about. 80,000 combat XP and any combat skill excluding prayer. Sure. Mostly just something that has to be done in order to get a quest cape. Not really in a hurry to do it. Whereas Beneath Cursed Sands gets me the ability to store a pickaxe, which is very nice. I'll want to do that eventually, purely for that. What's my inventory look like right now? Not too bad. I'm going to unnote these swordfish. And then I think we're going to go do Path of Clefrey. These swordfish should be plenty of food for that. We'll also unnote a prayer potion. Okay. We need a crossbow, which we can buy one of those in Varrock very easily. Myth grapple we already have. How do I put things in the... Why does it evict this into my inventory? Whatever, that's weird. I thought it was supposed to swap those two slots when you clicked them. That's not why I had the bolt pouch, though. The bolt pouch is strictly there for storing bolts that I don't want to get rid of right away. Namely, I put a couple myth grapples in there because I had to forge a myth grapple, and if I have to forge one, I might as well make 2 or 3 at the same time. And that way I can store them in the bolt pouch, and I won't have to, next time I need a myth grapple, I just go buy a bolt pouch, and there'll be their myth grapples in there. Once I let that despawn properly. Which I will do eventually, TM. Okay, let's go to Varrock and buy a crossbow. And I don't think I'm going to need my bow, but we should probably go pick it up anyway. What am I doing? Crossbow, other way. For some reason my brain is like, oh yeah, click bank. No, no click bank. Bank bad. Playing the game has done terrible things for my muscle memory. Okay. Now. Oh yeah, we need Slayer Helmet or earmuffs. Well, I can't get Slayer Helmet, but I can get earmuffs. Or rather, I could get Slayer Helmet, but it would take way too long. I would have to farm out a whole bunch of stuff to get a Slayer Helmet, and I don't want to do that right now. Or rather, I do want to do that right now, but also there's other things I want to do first. Before Sailing came out, getting the Slayer Helmet was actually going to be the next grind. Matter of fact, I was in the middle of doing that grind. The beginning of it. However, well, that's not quite true. I was earmuffs. There we go. Boom. Okay. I was in the middle of doing that grind, and then several people in the clan wanted to do Volcanic Mine for collection logs and to get the dragon pickaxe. And so I was like, sure, I'll do Volcanic Mine. I've never done it before, but it doesn't sound too hard. I have a reasonably high mining level. I can do this no problem. And perhaps more importantly, I wouldn't mind having a dragon pickaxe. Anyway, so off to Volcanic Mine we went, and I spent a good amount of time there. I did not, however, get a dragon pickaxe. I think I'm only like a little over halfway to rate, so it's not that big of a deal that I didn't get one. It's not too surprising. Let's see if I can find the thing in the loot tracker. Maybe down here somewhere. There we go. Ore pack, Volcanic Mine, 71. Okay, so we're actually most of the way to rate. Not quite 3/4 of the way to rate. So I probably would have had a greater than 50% chance to have gotten the pick by now. But anyway. So that interrupted the Black Mask, which is the piece I was trying to get so I could make the Slayer Helmet. That interrupted that grind. And then Sailing, well, and the game starting interrupted the Volcanic Mine grind, more or less. And I basically didn't play the UIM hardly at all while the game was a thing. until sailing came out. Alright, so this little shit right here, this cute little white six-legged thing is actually evil, but it's disguised to look good. And we know that because we ran into him in a previous quest. Came across some creatures like Dumpling at the Gnome Stronghold. They're evil things created using dark magic. If this is anything like the situation in the Gnome Stronghold, the Dumpling was sent by Clefairy to wheedle itself into your affections and spy on you. The creature is shrouded by illusion magic. Anyway, so King Bolrun, being the idiot that he is, refuses to believe us. Okay. So now we gotta go talk to a guy in the dungeons just outside the village about a possible device to remove said illusions. Because the king, like most gnomish kings, is slightly less than fully operational mentally, shall we say. Okay. We logged out in approximately 30 minutes. Well, thank you, game. Enter the storm to the east. Over there, okay. So use the mithril grapple and the bolt pouch for now to get it out of the way. The gnome amulet I do not want. We'll drop that again. We've got a little bit of inventory space. I don't really think that's going to be enough for what we need to do, but we'll make it work. Worst case, I might drop some stuff temporarily or something. Oh, I completely forgot this puzzle even existed. Don't have enough room to take them. Okay, well, screw you. We'll eat a little bit of swordfish. Fine. It's a good thing I don't value the swordfish too highly. I'm not planning to take damage anyway. Search the chests for a storm key and crystal chime. Well, there goes two more of the swordfish. If I end up needing these things, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. Don't think I need those notes, but we'll find out. the crystal chimes. In the end, damn it. Okay, there we go. Alright. We have a bunch of lore. Long story short, the various gnome kingdoms never really liked each other all that much. One of the ancient evil gnomes exploited this. Let's go back out and pick up one of those swordfish. Unless... Nope, it deleted them all. Okay, damn it. I should have done that before I came in here. Oh well. There's a big argument over who should be king, yada yada yada. Bunch of bullshit. No one actually cares. I've read it all before multiple times. And so one person could be appointed king that didn't want to be made king, and so there was an attempt made to smear the poor dude, and yeah, anyway, he was framed, and however, in the end, it didn't work out because the evil guy was found out. Anyway, so we have another one of these stupid machines. Alright. Thankfully, the quest helper in this quest is smart enough to just solve the thing for you, so I don't have to figure it all out, which is annoying, and I don't enjoy it. Basically, each color is a multiplier, and then you go by the number of points the shape has to calculate its numerical value, and then you feed the right numerical value into the machine, and bleh. Oh no, the cute creature was evil all along. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Alright. Let's drop those shapes, we're not going to need them again. Pretty sure that's fine the last time we'll ever need those shapes. Unless they add more gnome quests that require more oak knock machines. Hopefully they don't. Alright, now we get to go murderize the evil creature. Brutally. With a zombie axe. And then we talk to the king. And he insists on giving us the damn amulet again. Okay, thank you for dealing with that thing. I apologize for not believing you before. Yeah, you better apologize. Alright. And the king is more concerned over the fact that there were 6 of them in the Gnome Stronghold and only 1 here. The Gnome Stronghold is not 6 times more important than our village here. He should have sent at least 4 watchers, maybe 5. Anyway. There's definitely more quests in the Gnome Quest series now that I think about it, because it ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. Or at least there will be more quests when they someday remember that they have to finish it. One thing Jagex is very bad at is remembering to finish quest lines. Alright, Tree Gnome Stronghold. Let's go. We need to go talk to a dude there for information about another dude's whereabouts, who supposedly knows something more about where the place is that we're trying to get to. I think the dude, yeah, he's over here. Okay. Need your help finding a gnome. Long Ramble the Explorer. Have a long-standing order for Long Ramble. Problem is, no one has been able to reach him. Okay, so they know where he is. Okay. Off we go. We need that mithril grapple. And optionally earmuffs. Okay, we need to go south of... what do I call it? Castle Wars. What's the best way to get there? Dueling Ring, or Dueling Ring. Fairy Ring, BKP. Dueling Ring, we guessed Castle Wars would be the second best way to get there. Okay, Fairy Ring, BKP. Alright, BKP. Let's restore run energy, not that we really need it, but it won't hurt anything. And then BKP, south of Castle Wars. Here we go this way. And there he is, Long Ramble the Explorer. Long Ramble is searching for the edge of the world. It wants to be the first gnome to stare over its edge. Edge? Are you sure there's an edge? I've heard it goes on forever. Everything has an edge. Eventually I'll find it. I'll keep heading westwards until I get there. Anyway. So there's a few flat earth and gravity jokes in there, and then okay. So he tells us that there he saw a giant tortoise has tentacles growing out from underneath its shell, and it's over that away somewhere. We should probably go check it out. First though, let's check on the spirit tree. Okay, anyway. So, long story short, the spirit tree not feel so good. We used those crystal chimes we made earlier to fix the spirit tree. But anyway. So we use crystal chimes on spirit tree. And that fixes it right up. Yay. Okay. Spirit tree repaired. I don't remember if we need... I think the crystal chimes are used after this. Must be in the player's inventory when attacking warped terrorbirds or warped tortoises, otherwise they'll be immune to all attacks. Oh, fun. Oh well. There's a warped tortoise. Now we have to run through this dungeon. Okay, where am I even going? This way, apparently. I don't remember what these things even drop. Random alcohols. Nothing too fancy. What about the terrorbirds? Noted adamant ore. Diamond bolt tips. Let's not stand here. We're being attacked. Hey, don't turn my run off. Some runes. Yeah, their drops aren't anything special, really. Okay, let's pray ranged against these things. I'd rather not get wrecked too badly. Apparently running over that tar is what slows us down. Also, that tar is rendering weirdly. Apparently hasn't been fixed to not do Z fighting since the update. Alright, kill the terror birds. I might not have brought enough food for this. Clearly, I should have brought a bow. And then I could have prayed ranged and safe spotted them. Worst case, we'll teleport out and come back. It won't be a big deal. If I can kill them, I will. And if I can't, then, well... What's your max hit? 16? Okay. Yeah, I should be safe spotting these with a bow. Alright, let's see if we can pull the next one out. Okay, we got one unstacked. Pull him down. Or almost certainly got to teleport out of here. I'm not dying in this damn dungeon, so when we get down to like 20 HP, I'm teleporting out. Yeah, good enough. Okay, we'll come back. I will go grab my bow. Well, first let's go restore our run. And then I'll go grab my bow. Actually, first let's just go to Ferox and restore our health. Then I'll go grab a bow. Drop the amulet. Use Myth Grapple on Bolt Pouch. Make sure it's in that slot, not the other, so when I eventually get rid of it, Myth Grapple goes too. Alright. Now, let's go grab our bow. And then we'll go Warriors Guild and pick up some potatoes, maybe? Everybody loves Warriors Guild potatoes. They're a good old UIM staple. Together with Brimhaven Caramblons, but I don't feel like going to Brimhaven. That sounds too much like work. Okay. Warriors Guild potato time. And then we should world hop. Because we are close to getting nerd logged. And I don't want to be force logged out in the middle of the fight. That would be problematic. Okay. Restore run. Take the spirit tree to the other spirit tree we just unlocked. Alright, and then we run through the dungeon again. Not sure how much damage we would take from their attacks if we didn't have the earmuffs. But I'm willing to bet it wouldn't be pretty. Also, I think walking over that black stuff did damage. Oh well. The potatoes are brought mostly for emergency food, not because I actually intend to use them. Okay, you know what? I don't actually like what you're doing there. So I'm going to run all the way over here. There. Now we've got them all on a neat line. We can just murder from one end to the other. $255 up the ante, $255 bonus chest, $255 care package resulted in 9,958 extra chests after 12 minutes of enemies spawning. These last 14 islands to finish this run might take a few days. Yeah. So how long does it take to auto loot? I'm assuming you're probably at the point where you just don't even loot the chests anymore because it takes too long. Alright, we might be out of his range. Nope, we're still in range apparently. Okay, so we do still need to pray against him. We are on rapid, right? Yes, we are. Okay, good. So this is why, before we set out in the first place, I was like, I should go get my crystal bow. And then I decided not to because, I don't know. I thought it made sense at the time, I guess. Crystal bow would have been a good idea. It's been going for 4 minutes now and hasn't even gotten close enough for you to see the chests open yet. Yeah, that's a couple chests. And 255 big chests, of course. We've used one dose of prayer potion. I think we can probably get away with that. If it starts getting really low, I'll start prayer flicking so we don't have to waste another dose. It's not terribly important to preserve prayer, but also prayer flicking isn't hard. Not that hard anyway. Alright, easy game. Now we get a little cutscene. So how'd you get this ropey old job then? 72? I think it's punishment. 21? What for? I fell asleep while guarding upstairs. You fell asleep? I thought the masters made it impossible for us to fall asleep. Anyway. Wait, did you hear something? There's someone outside. What do we do? Press the red button, quickly. They told us to never press the red button. Unless it's an emergency, press the red button now. Don't panic. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Press the red button. Then we got stuck in the tar and gassed. And Hazelmere appears and teleports us out. Anyway. Hello, Dread. You have arrived just in time. Just in time for the end of the quest. Anyway. And then Hazelmere goes on about a bunch of bullshit. Which is basically foreshadowing the quest while Guthix sleeps. Which we will be doing eventually, but anyway. Okay. And we got our XP as a bunch of lamps. Which conveniently we had 4 inventory spaces open and we got 4 lamps. It's a little bit annoying that they don't just give you the experience right away, but this was made at a point where Jagex was catering to people with weird account builds who still wanted to do quests. But if I got magic XP, I would ruin my pier. Anyway. Personally, I think that things that ruin piers should be more common, not less common. Purely because most people who make piers are annoying. But anyway, let's drop the stuff that we got for that quest. That should be it. And then let's go put our bow back. Slayer level 64. I don't think there was anything I needed at 64. But anyway. Let's restore our prayer. And then let's actually go to the Grand Exchange and renote those prayer potions. First. And then we go back and get rid of the bow. Alright. Rather productive day today so far. We finished upgrading the ship. We finished charting an ocean. And, well, we finished upgrading the ship that I can upgrade it so far. Finished charting an ocean. And we did a quest that I should have probably done a long time ago. There's really nothing locked behind that quest that matters, though. So it's not a big deal that I hadn't done it yet. We're at 166 out of 178 quests left. So, 12 quests remaining, I believe. Yeah. Of those 12, Beneath Cursed Sands, pain in the butt. Curse of Arav, never done it. Desert Treasure 2, hard boss fights. Dragon Slayer 2, more hard boss fights. The Final Dawn, it's got some boss fights in it that I've never done, so I don't know. Monkey Madness 2 apparently is not that hard. Night at the Theater requires doing entry mode Tob, which kind of sucks. Secrets of the North has a boss fight of some sort. Sins of the Father has a hard boss fight that sucks. Troubled Tortugans has a boss fight that's apparently not too bad. We'll go do that shortly. Not tonight, though. And While Gothic Sleeps I have done before. That's got a couple boss fights, some of which suck. Yeah. What do I need for Monkey Madness 2? Oh, 69 Slayer. Okay. Well, I'll do that after the Slayer grind, then. Oh, there's a Guardian of Armadale. I have a message for you. Okay, the Guardian of Armadale is here about the While Gothic Sleeps. Okay. Despite your efforts in safeguarding the staff of Armadale for us, the resourceful Lucian found another route to our beloved treasure. While Lucian may now have his prize, there is still a chance to put an end to his plots. If you are willing to help, please make haste to Ivy Sophista, our ally in Taverley. We will not be doing While Gothic Sleeps right now. But I did that quest on my main, admittedly. On day 1 of its release without quest helper. And it wasn't that hard. There was one boss fight that was a real pain in the butt. But the rest of it was pretty easy. Doing it on a UIM, not looking forward to that, but I would much rather try to do While Gothic Sleeps than do Sins of the Father again. Which we have to do still. Oh well. But anyway. Yeah. Sailing is no longer my lowest skill. It's no longer even my second lowest skill. Because Slayer, Prayer, and Fishing are all lower than it. I think that's the only skills that are lower than it. It is tied with fletching, more or less. I'll probably continue doing some sailing. In particular, because with my ship upgrades, I should be fast enough to finish this course. Hopefully. I've gotten within a couple seconds of the time for the third route on this course. But yeah. And then of course there's a whole other course up here that we can start doing now, I think. Or is that course locked behind a higher level? 72 for Gwyneth Clyde. So I would need 3 more levels. Oh yeah, because... Wait, doesn't make sense. What's locked behind 72? Adamant Helm? Pretty sure there's nothing up there that actually needs Adamant Helm though. I do need an Adamant Helm because that would get us access to this area of the Southern Ocean, which there is a bit of charting to do down here. But anyway, so I think the next thing for the account to do is I'm going to take the boat down here and bang out a couple of levels. Get 72. The Adamant Helm, I believe I can build without too much effort. Three camphor planks, 6 adamant bars. Yeah, that's no problem. That can fit into my inventory without any kind of struggle whatsoever. And that is the last upgrade I need to the actual structure of the boat. Everything past that was just nice to haves. In particular, I don't want to get the 300 rune nails required to get the ironwood haul. Much less the dragon nails required for the rosewood haul. The Eternal Brazier is bad enough with its rune nails. Also, it doesn't say here, but it also requires rune bars. Because this is bugged and doesn't give you the right materials all the time. So I'm not looking forward to making this. But at level 78, I should make that, and then I can go finish charting. Which gives you a nice, hefty dose of XP. But 78's a ways off. Yeah, I'm 1 level away from the next crew member, who I don't really need. Oh well. I think those are problems for future Milo. Because it is 10:34. So I think we're going to call it here. Tomorrow, there should be more RuneScape. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing exactly. It depends on how much I get done before then. But we'll see. If nothing else, we can probably scrounge up a quest to do or something. Worst case, we can always do Rag and Bone Man too. That quest is so bad. But anyway, it's got to be done for the quest point cape, and I need that quest point cape. Because it has some very nice things locked behind it, namely the ability to use fairy rings without a Drahman staff. It's a very important UIM milestone to get one of those. It's just there's a long slog and lots of boss fights between me and there. Oh well. Also, who knows, maybe they'll have lifted the restrictions on the cargo hold, in which case I might be able to do some other interesting things. Because there's probably going to be a patch tomorrow. Thursday, of course, we will be doing more sailing, although not in RuneScape. Have a little bit of Sid Meier's Pirates. And then Friday should be EDF, and Saturday and Sunday will be more Tomb Raider. Unless I finish Tomb Raider one of those days, in which case we will see. I wouldn't be incredibly surprised if we managed to finish off the last game in the reboot trilogy, but yeah, I'm definitely not going to be counting on it. Ooh, which means I need to pick what the next game is just in case. I'll have to think about that later. But anyway, for tonight, though, let's see. Is anyone streaming anything? The old follow list? Nope. Nope, just nothing going on. All right, well, I guess that's that then. I don't think we're anybody. Hopefully, I see you all back here tomorrow for more good old school RuneScape. And I will see you all later. Good night and goodbye.